Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Turtlecast, our weekly Turtlecast to catch up all the news, what's going on around Fallout, and answer your questions. Welcome in the chat, Daniel, Green, Man X Green, Visric, Cuties, Spiteful Angel, Javon Bratton, Aluful, RHPS, Chris Zimmerman, Andras Sonorot, and Steve Martin. Welcome. Nice to see you all already in here. Let me check if anything new appeared on follow.com. And no. The last one is Atomic Shop items and bundles article. So no additional news. Maybe later on something will appear on Bethesda Discord in regards to public test server. At this moment, there was no announcement yet of any patches planned for today. If there will be any, I will obviously let you know if that will change. And welcome everyone else joining us right now. Nice to see so many names in the chat. How is your weekend starting? I hope good. And in regards to the next patch, I know there's lots of nerfs, but in the same time, there are indeed buffs for some playstyles, especially the ones that are mostly off meta. Like the underperforming weapons. It's a whole picture for the next patch, as I had quite a lot of time to test this stuff for the next patch what's incoming. So you were able to see some of my videos on several aspects of the next patch, but as a whole picture, how does it look? Mostly the underperforming weapons, like bows, like classic melee, like weaker pistols, weaker rifles, all the off-meta weapons, like even stuff like broadsider. Those weapons are definitely being bumped up. They do perform way better than on live. So those weapons are up. From other positive changes, which I didn't cover yet in a video, manual aiming, using scopes, and so on feels so much better. It's smoother, more accurate, what you would expect it to do. You can even jump and aim, and that works, which doesn't on live. So that's a lot of improvements. The camp improvements I covered first, so you already were able to check that out. But yeah, camp improvements for camp builders, this is huge. All overall, like the patch is not bad. Even though there is a series of nerfs for different meta playstyles like VATS and so on, the patch overall feels good. I still can kill all the enemies that there are. I can use more weapons than ever before. So patch feels good. The adaptation to deal with the nerfs, yeah, something is required. If you were expecting to not change anything, you will need to change your build a little bit, adapt, maybe use different weapon. Like now for VATS, there's clear choices to use in VATS. You can no longer just run any weapon in VATS. Some weapons are very expensive, and that makes coffee almost mandatory to run them in VATS. Therefore, choices for VATS weapons are more narrowed, but there are still choices. So in regards to the next patch, it's not as bad as some people are creating it. There's definitely a lot of changes. So that's if you hate changes, you will hate the next patch. There's a lot of stuff is changing. But overall, the feel of the game is good. It remains good. It's not broken. Some hilarious things are happening, like water gun is back. The first Zappa, you were able to see hilarious video. I needed to immortalize that. It will probably not make it to the live game version, but yeah, that's what happens when you update values for every single weapon, no matter what that is. So they did that. They updated values. I don't know who was deciding which weapons should be increased or reduced or what change should be implemented, but whoever was making those decisions figured out that water is supposed to do quite a bit of ballistic damage for some reason. And Melin particular, to answer your question, Saber, melee in particular, all classic melee, so that you swing and hit an enemy, it's a clear buff. They perform better than on live version. The legendary perk is way more usable. The radius is still terribly low, but yeah, it's usable without that, so that's a plus. So that's better than on live. I don't think a lot of people will be still using it because radius is too small, but there is a little bit of use case. So all classic melee perform way better. The auto axe, yeah, that did get a hit. The auto axe was indeed nerfed, but not to the ground. Like, no, it's not the nerf that will remove it from use case. It's still the most powerful melee. So auto axe is still the most powerful melee. The chainsaw was, I think, buffed a little bit. I wasn't playing with it too much, but I think it's overall slight buff for the chainsaw, so it's closer to the auto axe than it was. Still second, but closer to auto axe. Classic melee really good. If you like classic melee, if you want to swing a sword, swing a hammer, swing whatever, it will feel way better with the next patch. Oh, Jesus for you. Thank you a lot for $10. I appreciate that. And the message is confirmed. Next season for the Fallout TV show, the ghoul kills an entire town with a water gun. Amazing how Fallout 76 is synergizing with the TV story. Good one, Jesus for you. Town with a water gun. That would be hilarious. Oh yeah, the water is very deadly in public test server. Good idea, Jesus for you. Good idea. Now, let's jump to the Discord and I answer all the questions in there. Oh, wait. There is some notification. There is some announcement for public test server. So there is update today. And they will post patch notes. So I will post video when they post patch notes. So there is official announcement that there is another patch. So that they continue with weekly patches for public test server. Maybe that will be enough to catch up with all the necessary changes. Now ask the turtle section. We are jumping in there. Ask the turtle section. How do I get auto axe? So you can buy it with atoms from Atomic Shop, or you can buy it from Giuseppe, as Zent is saying. Giuseppe at White Spring Refuge. Two options, either in-game purchase or the money purchase. What is king, Shredder or Chainsaw Auto Axe as a ghoul? Shredder. Shredder has still an edge with new perks being added. Like, Shredder was hit with a nerf in regards to its attack rate, the same as a Chainsaw, so that's equal nerf to the attack rate, was changed from 25 to 14. So that's significant reduction how fast they can hit. But still, Shredder. For the ghoul, of course. For the human auto axe. For the ghoul, Shredder. How do I get stamps? From expeditions. Longer answer from Slick. Does anyone know how to do the gas can glitch in the second phase of the raid? There is no glitch. There used to be canisters in the Ghoul City, but those have been removed. So you cannot collect those gas canisters anywhere outside the raid anymore. Not necessary question about a game, but can you make updated Peppa Shaker build? I could, but I think at this point I will wait for the next rebalancing. I stopped with the builds for now because I'm always a little bit discouraged if I'm close to the next patch and I know they will be outdated as soon as the next patch hits. And there is like 6 weeks, most likely, until 6-7 weeks until next patch will hit. So that's why I'm not updating builds at this moment. I'm waiting for this next patch as I will update all the builds once again. Once again, all the builds will be updated. Hopefully the last time I will need to do like complete overhaul for all the builds. Hopefully. If they do plan to do changes, I hope they will be a little bit smaller in the future. That's really hard to catch up now, having ghoul and human to update, which is a total of at minimum 12 builds. It's not easy to do that. Next, hello AT. I hope you have had a break from the heat. I live in Arkansas, where our heat index this week will reach 110 to 115 degrees. I'm getting those are Fahrenheit. If that would be Celsius, you will be boiling, literally. Next. Anyways, I was wondering if the 3-star legendary mod Secret Agent stacks. It's supposed to, but it never was. Last time I checked, it wasn't stacking. I know a while ago everybody said that only one piece was working and counting towards your armor. I'm wanting to run a sneaky stealth commando build like we had back in the day. Also, would secret service armor be the best for this type of build, or would another type of armor be better? If you care about sneak the most, covert operative is the best for sneak. I don't want to waste my legendary mods. LOL. I also have 5 pieces of scanners in my inventory. Will that work well with this type of build? Thank you for your help and all that you do. Stay cool, Angry Turtle. Thank you very much. And to answer your question, as I said, Covert Scout is absolute best for stealth. It's the number one. You can use Secret Service, but Secret Service is a tanky armor. It doesn't prioritize stealth at all. You cannot even have shadowed on it. So that's big difference between Secret Service and Covert Scout. I would recommend Covert Scout, at least all limbs. Maybe torso if you want jetpack, something else you can mix. But all limbs. About scanners, really good for reducing AP cost. I ran it on my Lazy Horda build, on the power armor. But if you want to really push damage through criticals, from the next patch you will need a armor set with limit breaking, at least 4 pieces of limit breaking. So consider that. If you want to really crit every other shot, you need limit breaking from the next patch. Most likely, I don't know what's that today's patch will change. We'll see that when they push patch notes. Dixon saying, hello Angry Turtle. How about updating the support build for fun, but also working with members to see if they can use blood sacrifice and you try to heal them through it. Maybe the regenerating first star effect will have some use case for them, even though it only says regenerating. I do not recommend. No, it will not have a use case. But about support build, next patch will be really nice for pushing a support build. So I'll be making a support build, but that need to wait for the next patch where the revive mechanics is being revamped. Oh, that's what I forgot to say when I was summarizing the next patch. Revive will be so much better. Support builds would be so much better with all the updated charisma perks. So yeah, support builds with the next patch, very much yes. And for first star, life saving, not regenerating. And then you can put blood sacrifice on top of everything to intentionally drain your health to 0 and trigger life saving and all the charisma perks on self included. So not only for your teammates, but on self too. So intentionally getting to 0 health may be a really cool strategy from the next patch. I could consider giving some sneak peek from the public test server. I will not be making this type of the build now on the live game version, but as a sneak peek for what's possible on public test server, that I could do. That's fun. That's fun. And only possible if the changes proposed will make it to the live. I hope they will. Now, back to you in the chat. That concludes all the questions from Ask the Turtle. Oh, Baphomet. Thank you a lot for $10. Appreciate Baphomet. And the message is, thank you for all you do. So helpful. I'm happy that my videos are helpful for you. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Now, let's see what chat did I miss. Is there a way that I could make... trying to read that suggestions, not a part of Discord. the test realm to take and change the Brawling chemist perk so that it would reduce the sanity bar, feral bar. Oh, you have suggestions. Yeah, suggestions to Bethesda in regards what you would like change, like suggestions to change perks and so on. They can only be done through Discord. So you need to be on Discord for that. They accept that on Discord. There's no other way to suggest stuff to Bethesda. Live game shows maintenance. There was no announcement for live game maintenance. 22nd. Where did you saw that board? Where did you saw that? I don't know anything. Oh, I have notification that there is season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount. I need to renew my subscription. They always catch me. Why am I even looking at those notifications? They always catch me on renewing those subscriptions with some new TV shows that I'm watching. And yeah, I like Star Trek. Not everyone likes it. It's fine. I do. They call me mad scientist on Reddit. I will take that. I like doing experiments. I was doing lots of experiments in real life too. Since I choose my degree to be in chemistry, that was the subject with most experimentation to be done. So chemistry was my thing. But that's giving me job security with constant updates. You could say that. In these days, even Microsoft can go bust. Possibly everything can, always. But that's that tweet on 76 update. Oh wait, there is new Discord message now too. Okay, I see it now. So they posted on Twitter first, it looked like. Okay, let me show you that. So there is a message. Here's the message. Happy Friday, Fallout 76 news on Tuesday, 22nd July 2025. Usual time. That's my time, what you can see here. That's for me. Discord is so nice that it shows in my UK time. So 3 p.m. for me. Fallout 76 is being brought offline on all platforms to apply an update. Stay glued to this channel for server status updates and patch notes, and they do not reveal what kind of update. I'm guessing some kind of bug fixes. Maybe stat lock, but I'm not sure, as stat lock is still like stat lock bug, stat lock feature, however you like to call it. It's still present on the public test server, so it's still not addressed even on the public test server. So I don't know if that thing will be fixed, but maybe they're fixing something else. I would not say that Bethesda devs are clowns. No, that's not accurate. They sometimes do weird stuff, but let's be honest. To deal with Creation Engine, there is no way you do it the right way. This engine is a spaghetti code, as I call it, so you really need a skilled developers to do anything there. Yes, well, I would not craft anything yet with next update in mind. I would save the legendary modules for it. And for the ghoul and to top up the feral bar, what I like to do the most is spam Radex, follow up by single Radex diluted. You always accumulate those chems. You just spam that and it's easy refill of the sanity bar or feral ghoul meter. That's my favorite way to deal with that. Steven Flippin, that's not true. Your statement is not true. You said this patch sucks and ruins the game unless you are a power armor wearing hip fire machine. This is not true, as they improve greatly a manual aiming. So if you are a sniper, that's a good patch for you. Snipers got boosting damage, improvement to manual aiming, and so on. If you main VATS, yeah, that's not very good for you. If VATS is your main strategy, you will need to adapt. But it's not for power armor the best and hip firing power armor. That's not true, because it's best for snipers. The changes are best for snipers and for classic melee. For those categories, those are best. Oh, chests for you. Thank you a lot for gifting 10 memberships. So, who do I welcome? Let me try to read those names. Trailer Trasher, Banana O Pancake, Austin Foster, My Name is NH, Nang Chung, Jared Tunnel, 12 Point, Gerald Mills, Super Casty, and Goofo Lico. Welcome, and may the shell be with you. Thank you a lot, Chassis, for you. Appreciate the support. And Mike Gonzalez with $5 tip is saying, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the support. What I do is possible thanks to all those generous donations. Somehow we are all so generous that I can count gaming and making those videos, podcasts, and live streams as full-time job. So thank you very much. What happens to bloody unyielding heavy guns? I don't know what you mean. Nothing happens. Radex does disable mutations for a little bit. That's why you need to follow it up by Radex Diluted that re-enables mutations. So spam Radex first to fill up a feral meter, follow up by one Radex Diluted, and you're good. Oh, Saber, I got you now. So you want the Brawling chemist to be changed to make you feral faster. Okay, got you. Got you, ID. I understand now. Yeah, I was looking at it the wrong way around. So we really could use something to go feral faster. At this moment, it's just waiting and waiting and waiting. Why no more quad commando? What do you mean, Brian? Quad is still very good. I don't know why you said no quad commando. There's no changes to quad. Yeah, quad Elder's Mark is really good with new ammo spenda perk. It's really good. Rate of fire on the plasma sniper. Oh, I didn't try Enclave sniper yet. Spiteful Angel, thank you lot for $20 donation. Appreciate that. Thank you lot, Spiteful Angel. And there is #1 flag waving. Thank you, Foxy, waving a flag. Thank you a lot, Spiteful Angel. I hope your weekend is starting good. Weather is probably guaranteed in Hawaii. Any more notifications from Bethesda? No, there is nothing more. Yeah, follow up Radex with Radex diluted. That's the strategy. Even if you want to test something, you can intentionally do it. If you want to quickly test how you will act without mutation, then re-enable it, disable, re-enable. You are using Radex to suppress mutations. You are using Radex diluted to re-enable them. I did that several times in the past for testing. If I wasn't sure if mutations are causing some glitch for me, I was switching them off and on again and so on. Bloody Unyielding is nerfed? No. You can still play Bloodied Unyielding. Bloodied effect is very powerful if you want to use it as a prefix. You still have a Nerd Rage card. What do you mean no damage cards? Like the heavy gunner cards, the existing ones are way overvalued at this moment. They don't really change that much. If you notice, most of my heavy gunner builds on live game version do not even include heavy gunner perks, or they like rank 1. So it's not, the value is already not there. You don't need them. The new cards are better. At least have some niche case scenario. I'm not saying overall better, but there is some niche case scenario. Currently, the crippling mechanics are way superior to heavy gunner perks. They do way more damage. Yes, the mixture of ammo spender and onslaught mechanics with Furious on your weapon or Quad on your weapon will be the highest DPS. Quad or Furious will now depend on ammo capacity. That's one of the reasons that Gauss minigun, that I still need to finally compile this video, will be a king again. 600 ammo capacity, and it received a full rework, damage boost, heat up mechanic added. Altogether, Gauss minigun will be shining again for the heavy gunners. For the commando, Elder's Mark feels way better. It's great improvement, like Elder's Mark received a buff. So Elder's Mark for commando, Gauss mini for heavy guns. That seems to be the new meta, depends if you prefer commando or heavy. Advantage of commando, there is no spin up. If you run Elder's Mark, there is no spin up time, and you can run quad. And Bloody Unyielding, the power of Unyielding is lots of action points. Even if you opt in for critting every third shot and not every second, as every second will require 4 pieces of limit breaking, you're still good. You're still good. The damage is still really good, even if the criticals are less. Oh, I did try Plasma Caster. Feels really good on public test server with the boost to its base damage. Plasma Caster performs great. Most mobs one-shotting them or two-shotting. And with a sniper barrel, it offers very good range, which is super important on the next patch. Oh, Spyful Angel, so you have blue skies, clear skies, and nice weather. Awesome. Go relax on the beach. Yeah, reverse onslaught still the same power. Crippling remains to be one of the most powerful mechanics, yes. And anti-armor is still good effect. It's not as powerful as other effects, as they buffed a lot of other effects, but it's not bad. If you have anti-armor weapons, they will be still good. They will perform. Not as powerful as if you spec for Junkies build, for Blooded build, or if you equip Furious, or if you use Quad with new ammo spender mechanics. It will not be as powerful, but it will do very good. No one is thrilled about crit changes. I'm not saying we are thrilled about it. I'm just saying critting every third shot from what I was testing doesn't feel as bad as you would think based on just reading patch notes, how much it would hit your build. Maybe I think the main reason for that is that criticals are already failing to register so often on live servers. So it's not much of a difference when some are taken away because they already not happening. So that's my theory. Why reduction in criticals doesn't feel any different for me. Two-shot plasma caster, okay. Kind of, I would not recommend two-shot as much for the plasma caster due to accuracy reduction. But if you are using it exclusively in VATS, it should be fine. Mike, if you are using Elders and auto EPR, you are good for next patch. The next season starts most likely early September or late August. No date yet. Yeah, if you stay in VATS, this patch is not great for you, although it depends which weapon you are using. Some weapons are still quite fine with VATS. You will need to adapt. I'm not gonna lie. If you rely on VATS exclusively, you will need to adapt your arsenal for that. Sneak attack supposed to be changed into multiplicative. I don't see it yet. Sneak feels the same. I mean, the values were boosted, so it's a little bit more damage, but doesn't feel like it's multiplicative. It's supposed to be. I don't know what's going on about that. And about the two-shot overall, on the public test server, you should know there is a bug. Whenever you put two-shot with explosive, it's reducing damage for some reason. But it's clearly a bug. My two-shot explosive launchers like rocket launchers and broadsiders and so on are doing less damage than non-legendary ones. No, you don't need more luck to crit. You need 4-star limit breaking. I did video about it, so you can see values there. I don't remember on top of my head, but it's basically impossible without limit breaking. Yeah, on laggy servers already crits barely register. That's true, Curtis. Plus, public test server is still subject to changes before it will be finally released. So we don't exactly know the final version, how it will work, but definitely some of those changes will make it through. They clearly want to make them. So it's not like they will reverse course on everything, but some changes are possible. Handmade legendary mods, either Furious or Quad. Others not as important. I'm guessing bug fixes on Tuesday, but it's hard to tell. I would like them to fix the stat lock. I don't know if that's in cards. Yeah, Furious Plasma Caster with reverse onslaught, powerhouse. I didn't test too much with plasma rifles. Hello there, Preston, Garvey. Another settlement need your help. Oh no. And next Tuesday update on live is definitely not the next patch with rebalancing, because that's way too early in testing. So definitely combat rebalancing is not coming on Tuesday. Alright, did I miss any question? Are there any more questions? If not, we'll be heading for a member hangout to do the dailies. Blooded will work for the handmade if you want to play Blooded. Yes, it works for everything. Blooded is really good. It's not as powerful DPS-wise as Furious can be, but it's close. Furious is meta. Furious is the strongest for about any weapon. Doesn't mean you need to use it. Doesn't mean you need to use it. It's the strongest though. Can you still do well as non-VATS heavy gunner? Yes, absolutely. From the next patch you can do great as non-VATS heavy gunner. VATS is not necessary, and they want to make it less necessary from the next patch. I think that's the goal. They want to improve manual aiming and how it feels and make VATS a little bit more demanding, like investment-wise. So it's not a clear winner always. Surprisingly, there were some people for the nerf to VATS in my comments. They minority, but they happen to be there. I noticed. So not everyone is upset. Generally, I like VATS. I use VATS a lot. So I don't like nerfs to VATS, as that's my main playstyle in Fallout, using VATS. Alright, so thank you everyone for being here. Hopefully we see each other tomorrow when we play either a live game version or public test server. Depends what today's patch is. If I would need to return on public test server or if you're playing on live. So that's unspecified yet. We'll play whatever needed me most. And whatever Preston Garvey will mark on my map. And that being said, thank you everyone for being here. Members, we are heading to the hangout now. Bye everyone. Take care.